Our trainers for today is our colleagues. We have Mr. Peter Shinga, we have Mr. Paul Gidenji. So they will take us through the training. The training will not take a very long time. It's from 9 to 11 because we wanted to give you time to ask questions. But Mr. Shinga will tell you the modalities of asking the questions that you might have. But I'm very, very hopeful that at the end of this training, all of you will be able to join us in the lectures and on the MOODLE platform for the assignments, for discussions, and other class activities. The classes are very, very interesting. We are having full lectures. In fact, you cannot tell the difference between the face-to-face lecture and these particular lectures online. You cannot tell the difference because we are doing it very, very well. You are very much welcome. Thank you very much. Welcome, Mr. Peter Shinga, to continue the training. Thank you, students.
Okay, thank you.
You are now unmuted.
Thank you for that, Prof. Now, so
You are currently the only person in this conference.
okay, so sorry for that. We will. I'll be taking you through the various platforms that we have in the institution, and based on what we've interacted so far with the students, it's as if there's an issue. Hello, I think there's someone saying that there's an issue with sound. I hope it's now okay. So technically, we've engaged the students in various platforms, the emails that you've been sending, the messages, the phone calls. So we've thought it best if we take you through training of whatever online resources that you have, and we see the best way to address your issues so that each one of you can be able to access the online resources and classes and reduce the chances of you missing your classes. So we'll go through various items that are significant in your studies for this first semester. It might not be in the order of priority, but all the resources that I'm going to take you through are of importance. So the first thing that you need to be conversant with is this university website. Okay, so the university website has information that will be uploaded on a day-to-day basis in regards to your studies. All information that is relevant to your studies will appear either under news and notices, okay, where you can see that we've uploaded the draft online timetable. We have some COVID-19 sensitization and all that. So in regards to your studies, these platform will be of much importance to you. Okay, so the other platform that we'll look into today is the e-learning platform, where your online resources, the classes that you're supposed to go through will be posted. Then the third one is the student portal, where you'll be able to see your fee structures, the fee that you paid, the units registration, and all that information. Okay. On top of all this, the last item that we'll be looking at is your student email, where
You are currently the only person in this conference.
you will be getting email communication from the university as the main source of communication. Okay, so as much as information is being posted, you'll also be getting the same information in your student email, so that you can be able to follow through and track whatever the university is undertaking. Okay, so the first thing that I'll take you through is the student e-learning platform. And the e-learning platform can be obtained, or you can access it through the university website. Under the students menu item, there's the e-learning. Okay, we also have it at the bottom where there's the links as shown. We also have other resources. We also have the e-learning. Okay, so on clicking on it, it will take you to this login page. At the login page, if you have created an account, then you can be able to log in. If you created the account and forgot the password, you can use the forgot your username and password link that will send an email to your student email, or the email that you created account with. Okay, then we also have those who have not yet created an account can go to the new account and fill the form that will request them to fill certain details, like the admission number, which will be your username, your password, which should follow the password policy criteria, okay, which should be at least 8 characters long, have at least one lowercase, have at least one uppercase letter, have at least one non-alphanumeric, and at least one digit. Okay. Notice that your username should be, or should have, a small letter B, or a small letter starting on the username. It should have a small letter, because it does not accept capital letters. Then you'll put your email address, the one that you have access with, or access to rather. We prefer you using your student email, because in case you forget your password, we have access as to how we can try and reset your password for your student email. But if you use your personal email and you forget the password, we might not be much assistance to you. Okay, then you'll fill your first names, your surnames, the city or town you're from, and the country. Okay, once you do this, it will send an email to the email that you place during as you are filling this registration form, for confirmation purposes. In case you do not get an email, at the bottom of the live feed, there are 2 email addresses: the Odell email and the ICT email. These 2 can be used to send communication in regards to issues with accounts. Okay, there's also the Odell number that has been pasted there, which you can call to be assisted in such issues that may occur from time to time. Okay, so that is in regards to creation of account on the e-learning platform. Okay, so once you create an account, you can be able to log in. Just a moment. So let me log in. Notice that all resources in the university will be posted in regards to your studies, will be posted on the e-learning platform. Okay, this includes the notes, the link to the online classes, okay, which is being hosted by Kenneth. Notice that some of you have been trying to create accounts on the Kenneth web conferencing platform, which will not be the case. The lecturers are the ones who create accounts and create classes for you to attend, rather than you creating accounts for yourselves. Okay, so those who have been trying to create accounts, notice that you are not supposed to create an account, and it might not go through since we monitor the people who are creating accounts to ensure it's only lecturers that have such accounts. Okay, so once you log in, if you've registered into any course, then the dash be able to see the courses. If you are new to the platform, then you need to go to the site home, which is the menu on the left side. Okay, under site home, then you can be able to search the units that you are undertaking in regards to your student timetable. Okay, notice that the timetable can be obtained from the university website under students teaching timetable. Okay, or under news and notices, we have the draft online teaching timetable. Either of them will give you the timetable. Notice that this timetable is for the whole institution, and you can track any program that is being offered within the university. Okay. So once you're in the MOODLE platform, you'll search for a course. For this instance, we'll use one sample course, UOEM 001. This one is only for these training purposes. Okay. Notice that each course has a semester attached to it. There are some that will be 2019-2020 semester 2, others will be semester 1 of 2020-2021. So depending with what you want to study, for your case, we have semester 1, 2020-2021. There are continuing students who might need to have access to previous classes, then the class resources will still be there for future reference. Okay, so in our case, we have the unit that we've searched. We can access this unit. If you try and access and it is not accessible, requires either an enrollment key or says that you cannot enroll yourself into such a course, then you can contact either the MOODLE or the ICT to facilitate your enrollment into that course. Okay. For our case, we do not have an enrollment key, so we can just enroll directly into the course. Okay. I'm seeing that there is a comment that some links are not posted on the e-learning platform. How do you access the class? We are following up, as much as we are doing these trainings, we are following up with the CODs and the lecturers to ensure that all classes have online links. They might use the Chemnet web conference or any other means that they have access to in regards to holding the online class. But note that the university is monitoring all classes, and we aim to achieve 100% in regards to reaching out and giving the resources to the students within this semester. Okay, so this is a sample course where we'll have an announcement from the lecturer. Okay, maybe giving details of the course itself, the timings that you'll be having during the week and things of that sort. We also have the aspect of them sharing the course outline, the notes and all that within this platform. Okay, so this at this place or at the dashboard of the course itself, then you'll have a glimpse of all resources that have been enabled for you to view as a student. Okay, in this case, we have the course outline, we have the procedure to attend lecture 1 or to join lecture 1, where we have a link associated with that online class. We also have the date, time, and duration for planning purposes. we also have a password associated with it. Notice that the lesson 1 has no password. Okay, lesson 2 has been granted a password. This might be an error from the lecturer's side. Okay, so if you have a link with no password, then means that the lecturer did not set up the class well and needs to update such information. Okay, I think by now each class has sort of come up with a class rep, and maybe they have direct communication with each of the lecturers that are taking you through this semester. So I think if there's such an issue, then you can communicate directly with your lecturer to advise on the way forward in regards to that. Okay. So each lesson should have a procedure to join the lesson, a lesson document in regards to the notes. You might have assignments. You might also have a cut or a quiz associated with that course. Okay. Now, assume we were to join a class, then it is as simple as copying this password and clicking on the link. I want to join using my sorry for that, my names and my admission number for recording purposes. Okay, and the meeting password that I copied previously. Then I'll select I am not a robot. This is just a facility to ensure that it's not this the system is not being hacked by malicious software. So that see, a while back, as we were starting the online classes in April, some platforms are being hacked because of security issues. That's why they've tried to upgrade and remove instances where the hacking can take place, okay, and interruption of the classes. Okay, so during the class, you'll be able to join either listen only or using a microphone, depending with the size of the class. If it is 50 students, then microphones will be allowed. If it is more than 200 students, the microphones will not be enabled and the chat might not be enabled because of the large group of students. Managing this group might be slightly difficult as compared to a smaller group. Okay, for our case, I might choose to join listen only.
The only person in this
And
conference.
this is the platform where the class will be held. Okay, notice that once you join, the lecturer will be able to see all the students who have joined. You'll be able to have the public chat where you can type questions to the lecturer. Okay, you will also have a presentation page on the right side where the lecturer will present the notes. Okay, notice that at the top there is the recording part. If the lecturer chooses to record, then the recording button will turn red from white. Okay, and after the lesson, the lecturer is advised to share such a recording with the class. So that is in regards to the class itself. Okay, this is the platform where you'll be interacting with the lecturers, and you need not create accounts. All you need to do is access it through the e-learning platform. Okay, so for our case, let's just go back to the e-learning platform. Okay, yeah, we are there. So after the lesson, then the lecturer will upload the recording after this lesson, okay, so that you can be able to go back and play it in case you missed the class, or maybe in case you got an issue with your internet connectivity during the class itself. Okay, so that's in attendance of the class. Okay, we might have instances where we have assignments. Assignments can be in form of a document that you can download and attempt and submit it. It can be typed inline and you attempt it and upload a document. Okay, so depending with how the lecturer has put it, then you will be able to access it. Okay, for our case, we have one that you need to download. So once you click on the document itself, it will download it. You will attempt the questions themselves. Then you can add, or you can submit your assignment through the add submission button. Okay, so from here you can upload a file, either drag and drop, or choose from your either mobile phone or computer. Okay, so you can browse to where your files are saved and all that, or you can choose to drag and drop your answers and save changes. Okay, notice that once you save changes, then automatically, depending on the settings of the assignment, if the lecturer has set the assignment such that you need to confirm, then it will be not submitted status until you press the submit assignment and you confirm that this is the actual work that you want to submit, and then you press continue in order to complete that process. After that, then it will be submitted for grading, and after grading, then the grading status will change and you can be able to see a mark associated with that specific assignment. Okay, so that is in regards to the assignment part. I'm seeing the questions in the live chat. I'll get back to each of those questions once I'm through with this demonstration. Okay, so there's also the aspect of the cards and quizzes. Okay, I have a sample quiz or card where when you click on it, it gives more information in regards to that. For our case, I have not put any start or end times. That's why it only has the grading method, which is the highest grade. If the attempts have been given, then it will tell you that you only have one attempt. If it is 2 attempts, it will give you 2 attempts and give the grading method if it is the highest grade, or the first attempt or the second attempt, giving with such instances. So lecturers have different settings put for the cards and quizzes. So within the card and the quiz, okay, sorry, it has opened in a different window. So this is a sample cut or quiz. You can have questions for calculations, okay, where you will put an answer, maybe 8 plus 7 is 15. Okay, you'll have matching types of questions where you need to match the question and the answer. Okay, I'll just choose them randomly for the training purposes. Then we'll have multiple choice kinds of questions. Okay, where you can have a selection of one. You can also have multiple choices where you can select more than one. You can have short answer questions where you need to type the answer. For this is a dynamic learning as the answer. Okay, we also have true or false types of questions. where you can select the correct answer, either if it is either true or false. Then you have essay types of questions where you need to type your answer inline. Okay, where someone needs to be able to understand the question and type whatever is required of the question. Okay, so I'll just type anything at this point. So all these can be accessed either via the computer or the phone. Notice that if the quiz security has been set, then if you leave this page at any point in time during your quiz attempt, you might not be able to return and complete the quiz because of security purposes. You are not supposed to engage in any other item as you are undertaking the quiz. Think of it as a sit-in, cut, or exam, where you're not supposed to leave the exam room until you complete the quiz or the cut. Okay, so that's an example of that. So you can finish attempt. It will tell you the answers are saved, and you can submit your answers for grading. Okay. Notice that depending on the settings of the lecturer, the gradings or the results can be appearing immediately or after the whole time schedule for the quiz has been the time has lapsed rather. Okay, so that is in regards to cards and quizzes. Notice that you will be given cards and quizzes from time to time to refresh the memory of whatever you've been studying over the past few days or weeks, okay, depending with the lecture. And the quizzes are able to facilitate various types of questions, as you have seen, including mathematical computation, formulas, and all that. Okay, so the lecturers have been trained to create such quizzes, and for those who have or who might have issues in regards to the use of quizzes, we can organize with the lecturer and take you through, especially for those that are having mathematics and physics, chemistry, those that require the use of symbols and all that. In case you might be having issues in regards to that, then we can organize and have a more detailed training specialized for you in regards to cards and quizzes. Okay, so that's in regards to the e-learning. Okay, so I hope that I have covered the basic parts of the use of the e-learning, that is in regards to accessing the e-learning platform itself, enrolling into a course, okay, attending the online lectures, accessing the notes that have been posted. It's just by clicking whatever has been posted there, it will automatically open or download. Okay. They also have the attempting the assignments. Notice that if you've submitted an assignment and you've confirmed you cannot be able to edit the submission, but if you've not confirmed, then you can be able to delete and resubmit another copy until you are sure. Then you can confirm that the submission is what you intend to submit. Okay, so that is that in regards to the e-learning platform. Okay, this is the platform that you'll be using as the main source of information in regards to your studies, lectures, attendance, notes, and recordings of lectures. Okay, so the second part that we'll be going through is the student portal, where you will be using to register for your units, to accessing your fee balance, to checking your exam results after you finish the semester and all that. Okay, so the first thing for all students to do is, maybe a logout, is to create an account. Okay, if you've never created an account, then it's as simple as creating an account, putting your full admission number, selecting student, putting your full admission number, okay, putting the password that you'll be using twice, okay, for confirmation purposes, okay, and then you submit. It will send an email to your student email, where you need to confirm that account before you are activated on the system. Okay, so for my case, I have an account. In case you create an account and you're not able to get an email, or you don't have access to your student email, then you can contact ICT via the email link below on the live feed, where you can be able to be assisted further. Okay, so at a glance, you'll be able to see your fee, current hostel. When the hostel is open, then if you've booked an hostel, then you can be able to see which hostel you've booked for and are being allocated. Okay, it will show current unit registration, any latest news, any events. Okay, so for our case, the first thing, once you log into the student portal, the first part is in regards to reporting. Reporting means that you have to report to a semester in order to activate it. This means that reporting gives you the chance to be able to study for that specific semester. Okay, and this gives you options to open any activity that is associated with that semester. So if you've not reported, then it means that either you're calling off that semester or you do not want to study for that semester. Okay, that is the essence of reporting. The moment you report, then every other services associated with that semester will be available. Okay, so for our case, since I have not reported, most of the students, you'll find, if you log in and you find closed or not reported, then it means that there is an issue. Okay, this is an instance where, for my case, I'm not supposed to report to this semester. That is why you have such a not reported and closed unit registration environment. Okay, if you've already registered for units, then under unit history, you should be able to see for all those units that you've registered by clicking either of the year one. In your case, you'll have year one, semester one, and it will show you the units that you registered, whether they are approved or pending. Okay, if they are pending, then the COD is the one in charge of approving the units. Notice that we have different groups. There are the groups that, for example, education group, where the subject combination needs to be put in the system for them to be able to register. Okay, there is the BSc group, where the same instance applies. The sort of combination, subject combination or specializations needs to be set on the system for them to be able to register for the exact units that they are undertaking. So if you do not find the units, then you can contact the COD in regards to that. Either that is the COD for education, who's Dr. Karuku. Then we also have the BSc group. If you have issues, then you can contact the COD for physical sciences, who is Dr. Oguna, in regards to that. Okay. Also, you can be able to see the curriculum from the student portal. In case maybe you look at the curriculum and they do not tally with whatever is on the timetable, then you can question or send your questions to the COD for clarification. And notice that the units that you select are the units that you will be expected to sit for exams, as your exam card will be generated from such units. Okay, the units will be displayed on your exam card. Also, the exam attendance register will use the information that you fill in regards to unit registration. Okay, that is in regards to the unit registration, the curriculum, and the history of unit registration. Okay, so we also have the fees part, where you can be able to see your fee payment history from wherever you started. Okay, you can also be able to see the fee structure for the academic years. Okay, it will give you, if you select the year, it will give you the first semester, the second semester breakdown of your fee structure depending with the course. Okay, so if the fee structure does not tally with whatever was on your admission documents, then you are advised to contact the finance or the admission, okay, to be able to adjust or rectify or clarify on such matters. But chances are all are adequate. The information has been vetted and it's precise. Okay. For future, when the institution opens, then you'll be able to access hostel booking. Notice that currently it has been disabled. The hostel booking will be availed and communicated within the course of time. Okay, and notice that the hostels will be on a first come first served basis, as they are limited in regards to the availability within the institution. Okay, so if maybe you made an issue, an error while you are doing the unit registration, then the only person who has the mandate to assist is the COD. The COD can be able to remove the units that you've registered wrongly, and advise you either to re-register the units, or they can register the units for you depending with the situation. And they will be very instrumental when it comes to unit registration issues. Okay, so in regards to changing of course, there was a form for intra school transfer that was sent to your student emails, and for those who filled, then the registrar in charge of academics, research and extension, his office is the one that is handling that intra school transfer, and you'll be getting information in due course. For the time being, as you were advised during the orientation, kindly be attending the classes for the course that you are admitted into until the actual intra-school transfer has been finalized and communicated to you. This is because that you might choose to not attend the classes, and maybe the transfer is not approved. Then that means that you'll be missing on classes that you ought to be attending. This also might affect your class attendance, which you have to attend 70% of the classes in order to be able to undertake your end of semester exams. Okay, so for the time being, attend the classes for the course that you had been called to until the intra school transfer has been approved and communicated to you. Okay, So for those who did not fill, I think the window for filling that form has already lapsed, and I'm not sure if you will be able to fill it right now because of certain logistical purposes, issues associated with that intra school transfer. Okay, so notice that all these platforms can be accessed either via your mobile phones, tablets, computers, laptops, all that. As long as it is a smartphone, then you can be able to access. One thing that I forgot to say is in regards to the Kenneth Web conference. Maybe I go back to it. Sorry for that. Just a moment. Okay, so the platform itself has been enabled to have sorry. Sorry for that. Just a moment. Okay. So the platform has been enabled such that in case you do not have bundles, it has a link where you can join using your mobile phone for audio purposes. Okay. These can be of assistance for those people who do not have smartphones and have the ordinary type of phones, the kabambes. Okay, so these will be instrumental for those people. The lecturer has been advised if we have such people in a class who do not have smartphones, then they can use such facilities in order to attend the lectures. Okay, so this is a means of trying to facilitate everyone to attend the class as much as possible. Okay. So there's the issue of full fee payments in regards to accessing of classes. Kindly note that during the orientation, the head of finance gave the three sort of modes of payment of fees, where you can pay full fee, you can pay half fee, and you do not get a penalty in regards to not achieving the full fee payment within the first 3 weeks of the semester, where you'll only get an administrative fee of 2.5% charged to your fee for each month. There's also the third option where you can choose to attend classes and pay the full amount at the end of the semester, where you'll be charged a penalty fee and the 2.5 administrative fee to the balance associated with your account in the university. But notice that fee payment is not mandatory for you to attend the classes. Okay, the e-learning platform can be accessed either whether you've paid fee or not. So we are advising you that kindly attend the classes whether you've paid fees or not. The account will be activated and is independent of the student portal. Okay, so notice that currently we've not activated the fee payment policy on the e-learning, and you can be able to access these classes, online classes,
You are currently the only person in this
at
conference.
any point in time without having to pay your full fee for that semester. Okay, I hope I have answered that question well. Okay, so the next part that I'll be talking about is your student email. Okay, this has been a major issue in regards to students trying to add this student email to their mobile phones. Most of you have been trying and are not able to add it. Okay, so for this instance, I'll let me just access it from my laptop first, and then I'll explain how you can add it on your smartphone. So notice that we usually access these student emails via Gmail or Google Mail. These the platform that has or is holding the student email platform is Gmail. We have a collaboration with Google to host the university email addresses. So technically, all logins to your student email will be through the Gmail platform. Okay, so for at this point, you'll be able to log in. The credentials for your email is the middle part of your admission number at student.embuni.ac.ke. Okay, notice that the middle part of your admission number at student.embuni.ac.ke. Sorry for that. Okay, the password is that which was shared to you initially. If you've never logged in, it is your KCSE index number, okay, for the first time. For those who logged in and forgot the password, you have an option of forget password, which if it does not function because you've not set your recovery email or you've not enabled your mobile number to be able to recover the password, then you can contact ICT for further assistance. We can be able to reset your password. Okay, so we as ICT have facilities to be able to reset your password for your student email in case you forget. Okay, so let me see if I remember the password. Okay, so if you don't remember the password, then the best thing is connect or contact the ICT for resetting of that password. Okay, so for my instance, if I click forget password, it prompts you to enter the last password that you remember. If you don't remember that, you can also try another way. Okay, for my case, I've not put any recovery email or password, so it will take me to contact the domain admin, which is the ICT department, okay, which will be addressed by the ICT administrators. Okay. So technically, there's someone asking about if you registered for the wrong units, then the best person to do that is communicate with your COD. The emails of the CODs can be obtained from the university website. Just come to academics, go to your specific school, maybe let's say School of Education, and departments, select your specific department. It will open the department and there is information about that department. Okay, there is also the email address associated with that department. Okay, the name of the COD and all that. Okay, so there's also other information in regards to that department within that specific website. So each department has a website, and the emails of each department have been put within those departments. Okay, so in case you have issues in regards to wrong unit registration, wrong units appearing, not able to enroll, register for your units for one reason or another, then the COD will be of much assistance in regards to that item. Okay, so I think with that, then I have tackled most of the issues that have been placed on the online chat. Okay, so we also have the issue of accessing online resources from the library. In our case, there's an email that was sent to all students in regards to accessing library materials online off campus. Off campus means if you are outside the university. Okay, in that case, then you'll have to go to the library website, okay, which is on the home menu item, okay, of the university website. So when you click on the sorry for that, library website, it will take you to the library website, where we have much information about the use of online resources, where you can have the offline or off-campus e-resource access. You can also have e-resources if you are accessing within the university. Okay, we also have some downloads where you can be able to download past papers, the library catalog, e-resources, and all that. Okay, so so when you click on the off-campus access, it is being hosted by the Remotex group. That's why it's powered by Remotex, and you'll be required to log in using your email address and the password. Okay, let me see. Okay, these resources can be used either to facilitate your studies in regards to reading further, or undertaking your assignments associated with the course. Okay, sorry for that. Seems that I forgot the password. So so if you click the forget password and put your email, oh sorry, I think I was putting my email wrongly. Let me try again. Sorry for that. Okay, seems that I forgot the password. So if you click the forgot password, then they'll send an email to your email. If you do it multiple times, then it will see as if you are an intruder or a computer program trying to hack the system, and it will prompt you to wait for a specific duration. Okay, then after which it will release your account for you to be able to reset it again. Okay, so notice that every platform has its own security features associated with it, and this is a way of trying to restrict the computer bots or viruses from trying to access the resources or trying to crash the systems. Okay, so I've seen that these communication students are saying that they've never received any email in regards to library services. I will follow up with the university librarian in regards to that. so that they can resend such information on how to create accounts and access the university resources offline or off campus. Okay. So in the near, maybe within the day, you should be getting such email because it was sent previously, and we can resend it to your emails so that you can be able to access such resources. Okay. So I think I've explained that. So notice that you can, as I said, you can also access the past exam papers for revision purposes so that you can be able to see whichever items that have been discussed within the previous semesters in regards to that specific unit from the university website. Okay, so I hope that has been tackled well. So there's one last item that I want to talk about before we go to the question and answer sessions. There's the aspect of, I think this one I've captured, the resetting of password, where each account has the capability of resetting the password from the e-learning itself to the student portal, where it's as simple as clicking the forget password, putting your admission number for the student portal. Okay, and with that, it will send an email to my student email. Okay, notice that your student email will be very instrumental in accessing resources within the university. That's why we are advising students to use their student emails, because the ICT has access to the administrative part of those student emails. If you decide to use your personal email for the e-learning, then we might not be of much assistance if you lose access to that specific email. Okay, so I think I'm done with the specific training. Notice that we have further resources in regards to access of resources on the university website. So on the home page, we have the first year 2020/2021 student information, where when you click on it, it has various tutorials in regards to accessing admission letter, accessing your student email, online orientation videos, access to e-learning platform, how to pay fees, and all that. So all these resources is on the university website. It is also available on the University of Embu application or UAM app. Okay, so technically this information can be accessed on the website, on the UAM app, and there are tutorials associated with each of the instances displayed at this point. Okay, so for the student email, adding it to your mobile phone, it is as simple as adding it as a normal Gmail account. Okay, go to settings, accounts, add account, select Google, then put your full email rather, which is the middle part of your admission number at student.embuni.ac.ke, and the password that you are given for that account. Okay, so I think the training as of that, I've captured everything that was supposed to be done. In regards to the question and answer session, I'm seeing that your questions, most of them have been they have been answered by most of the questions have there's a team that is trying to answer the questions. Okay, so There's the aspect of email where we have the issues associated with access to your student email. So first, as I've said, if your student email has an issue, then if you did not put a recovery password as you logged in the first time, recovery email or telephone number, then you cannot be able to reset on your own. You need to contact the ICT who will reset the password and communicate it to you. If you put your recovery information, then it is as simple as going to forget password and sending the information to your recovery email. Okay. Also, the student email can be accessed, or you can log in through the normal Gmail platform, or add it to your phone as a normal Google account. Okay, notice that there's a tutorial in regards to that on the university website. Okay, then we have the issues in regards to student portal, students forgetting password. The first part in regards to forgetting password then is as simple as going to the login page and clicking the forget password and putting your admission number, which will send a link to your student email. Okay. If you are not able to access maybe specific items on your student portal, maybe in regards to your units, okay, if you are not able to access the units, it is either because you've not reported for that semester, okay, or maybe you are seeing the wrong units, then that might mean that you are not being put in the right specialization in regards to subject combinations. That is for students in education and Bachelor of Science. Okay. Then we also have the aspect of student portal where maybe when you try to create an account for the first time, you are not able to. It's giving an error of admission number is invalid. Then that means that either you have not filled the online admissions form, or you are using the wrong admission number. Okay, if maybe your admission number is B529 and you decide to put E529, then the system will not recognize such an admission number, as the portal is directly linked to the ERP system. Okay, so technically your admission number should be as appears on the admission letter. Okay, so if there's a discrepancy between the course that you have been called to and maybe the admission number, then admissions can resolve such an issue and update your details on the ERP system. Okay. There are some of you who are saying that the information in regards to your biodata is incorrect. Then that means that the admissions need to update your information. Okay. You can send communication to admissions@embuni.ac.ke in regards to update of such information. Okay. Then in regards to e-learning, sorry, before I leave this part, the e-learning platform, not e-learning, but the student portal, notice that each student will have different units depending with the course they are doing. That's one. For instances, where maybe we are doing education arts, we might all be doing education arts, but each of us have different subject combinations. So for each subject combination, then you'll have different units from the next subject combination. Okay, so from this instance, when you look at the curriculum, and maybe the units that are there are not for that subject combination in regards to maybe education arts or education science, or BSc, the Bachelor of Science, if those units are not what you anticipate to do, then it means that you need to contact your chairman of department. Okay, they are the people who structure the curriculum and should be able to adjust accordingly. Okay, so then if you registered wrongly for your units, then that means that you cannot remove them from your side if they have been approved. If you've not they've not been approved, let's say for instance, just a moment, maybe let's say when you go to unit registration, it's not given as an approved, then you can remove them. Okay, the same can be found on the tutorials in regards to how to access and use the student portal. Okay, you'll on the tutorial itself, it shows how you can add and remove before they are approved. But if the COD has already approved, then it means that you have to contact the COD for them to remove them. Okay, so you can make sure that you select the actual units that you intend to do. Do not be in a rush to select the units. Okay, the deadline has not yet passed, so just make sure that you select the right units and send for approval. Do not be in a rush to select any units that you see on the curriculum. Okay, so in regards to fee payment, if you paid fee and it does not reflect at any point in your fee statement or fee payment history, then chances are there is an issue with that payment. Either you did not put the full details as you are paying, or there is one issue or another. Okay, finance have communication lines in regards to that. Okay, maybe I open one for you. We have the finance department website, which is departments.embuni.ac.ke/finance, where you have or you can have information in regards to the facilities provided by finance. Under contacts, we have the two. We have the email for the finance, which is finance@embuni.ac.ke, where you can send your queries in regards to fees not reflecting. We also have the student finance mobile number, where you can call and they will assist accordingly. Okay, so I think your question is answered in regards to fees not reflecting. During the orientation program, the head of finance said that updates will be done on a daily basis within 24 hours of your payment. That is in regards to upload of bank payments, M-Pesa payments, all that. So depending with how you paid, then this information should be updated on your fee statement. If not, then contact finance either via finance@embuni.ac.ke or the student finance number 0700-913-623. Okay. Then I think I'll go now to the e-learning as the last part, where as I said, first, accessing to the e-learning. If you don't remember your password, then it is as simple as clicking the forget password. Let me just log out. We have the forgotten username or password. For your case, you can't forget your username because your username is always your admission number, starting with a small letter. Okay. So for when you click the forget password, you can either search via username, which is your admission number, or via the email that you used during registration of that specific account. Okay. For my case, I can use my admission number since I remember my admission number. Sorry for that. Okay, and click search. This will send an email. Okay, it also has communication in regards to that. So if you have supplied the correct username and, or email address, then an email should have been sent to your student, to the email that you registered. For my case, is my student email. Okay, and it contains the instructions in regards to how to complete the password reset change. Okay, so it also says that if you're having difficulties, you need to contact the administrator. Okay, so in regards to that, if you have issues in resetting the password, notice that the password has to follow the password policy criteria. Okay, which is at least 8 characters long, have at least 1 digit, have at least 1 capital letter, have at least 1 small letter, have at least 1 non-alphanumeric character. Okay, non-alphanumeric character are those the @ the hash, the $sign, percentage, brackets, full stop, comma, all those that appear on your keyboard that are not alphabets or numeric. Those are the non-alphanumeric characters. Okay, so that's in regards to forgetting of passwords. Once you log in, remember, if you've never enrolled into a course, the first thing is to go to site home, search the course, and enroll into the course. The courses can be found on your student online teaching timetable that is accessible via the university website under students, then teaching timetable, or under news and notices, the online draft online teaching timetable for semester for September to December 2020. Okay, that is semester 1 of 2020-2021 academic year. Okay, then notice that the Moodle platform or the e-learning platform can be accessed on your mobile, either via the web browser. Okay, there's also the Moodle app where you can also access it. We also have access to it via the mobile application, the UAM app, which technically has the link to all resources associated with your student activity within the university. Okay, so all these can be found on this student information guides page. Okay, so if you're lost or if maybe you're not sure about something, then come to the student information guides page and access whichever guide that is of assistance to you as of that time. Okay, so notice that we have videos that are associated with each instance, and you can be able to access them from that specific page. Okay, so technically, if you want to access the e-learning platform, either you can access it from the university web page, the home page under the e-learning menu item. You also have the e-learning at the bottom. Under resources, you also have e-learning. On the MOODLE page itself also has the e-learning platform link on that page. You can also type lms.mbuni.ac.ke as the URL to access the e-learning platform. Okay, so either of those ways can take you directly to the e-learning platform. Okay, someone is asking if Moodle is the same as the e-learning platform. Yes, it is the same as the e-learning platform in the sense that the e-learning platform is hosted by Moodle, a software called Moodle. Okay, so Moodle is generally the underlying infrastructure associated with the e-learning platform. Okay, so yes. Then in regards to how you can access the various notes after you've enrolled, notice that to enroll you come to site home and search whichever course that you want to enroll into. Once enrolled, then you can access the resources within that specific unit, including links to join the class, which will have which will have the link, meeting link or the class link, have the date, time, and the duration, have a password. Okay, and you're supposed to, this is the password, and you're supposed to join using a name and admission number for identification in regards to identification and registering of class attendance. Okay, notice that class attendance should be 70% within the semester for you to be able to be allowed to sit for your end of semester examinations. Okay, in regards to assignments, then you can be given assignments from time to time, depending with how the lecturer structures it. It can be a document to be downloaded. You download, attempt, and upload it as an assignment. For our case, we have already submitted during our first part of this session. And once graded, then you should be able to see a grade assigned to it. You can also see the file that you submitted for grading. Okay, so for tracking purposes, you can be able to do that. Okay, once the lecturer grades, then they can give comments or come and discuss the specific assignment in class so that everyone can be able to understand that. Okay, then we have the issue of cards or quizzes. Okay, where a lecturer might need or place a cut or assignment, not assignment, a cut or a quiz in regards to facilitating the online the unit assessment in regards to your understanding of how the previous weeks or lectures have been addressed, to ensure that actually you've understood the concepts and underlying within that specific unit or course. Okay, and for that instance, then we can have various types of questions associated with that quiz. Okay, not sure what is happening. Let me see. Each quiz has various types of questions. We have the true false kinds of questions. We have the matching type of questions. We have the essay type of questions. We have the multiple choices kind of questions. We have calculated questions, which you might have to do some mathematical calculations and put the answer associated with that. So depending with how the lecturer sets the cards or quiz, then you should be able to have such various kinds of questions. Okay. In regards to attempt, the lecturer can put either one attempt, multiple attempts, depending with how he sees fit, and the lecturer can also be able to open and allow you to submit a second time in case you had internet challenges during your first attempt. Notice that you are not supposed to exit the assignment window the moment you start it. In case you exit, then it might not complete and it might submit prematurely in terms of all questions might not be might not have been attempted. Okay, so this is a feature that technically assists in reducing chances of someone opening the quiz and going to another website to search for answers. So in case you are trying to you are attempting a quiz, then you're not supposed to switch screens unless you want the quiz to prematurely submit itself. Okay, so technically that's that in regards to cuts. I took you through the previous how to answer the various questions. Then we have someone asking about assignment submission. Okay, the assignment submission technically, if the lecturer, depends with how the lecturer has structured it on the platform. If the lecturer structures it as an assignment and allows someone to do a submission of a document, then the lecturer will advise in regards to that. Notice that for this instance, we are told to download the assignment. To download the assignment document, attempt all questions before submitting it. Okay, so ours is as simple as downloading, attempting, then submitting the document back. There are those assignments that might be typed inline and might require you to type the answers inline to that specific assignment. So depending with how the lecturer has structured the assignment. Notice that if it has no specific way of submitting the responses, then the lecturer should advise and should give adequate settings in regards to that. Okay, so I think I have captured most of the questions that have been posted on the public chat. Three things have emerged: issues with fees. If you have any issue with fee, kindly contact finance via the contacts on the screen, that is finance@embuni.ac.ke or student finance at 0700-913-623. If it is an issue in regards to your unit registration, then kindly contact the various chairmen of departments. Okay, the chairmen of departments have information in regards to how the unit within your curriculum should be structured, and to access the various chairmen of department, you can go to academics, and academics go to your school, maybe School of Agriculture, specific department, maybe AEE, and you'll have the email associated with that specific department. Okay, so I think that is that in regards to wrong units appearing in your portal and wrong unit registration, things of that sort. Okay, so if you have issues in regards to your student email access, kindly write to ICT, that is support.ict@embuni.ac.ke. Okay, if the details on your student portal have been captured wrongly, then write to admissions, that is admissions@embuni.ac.ke, and they will update your details. So following this training, then I hope that now you will be able to access the online resources associated with this semester, and you should be able to attend your classes to be able to achieve the 70% attendance for the semester, as we await for the physical reopening of the institution that is to be communicated. Okay, so in regards to that, then kindly keep accessing your student email for further communication. Access the groups that have been created for the classes in regards to WhatsApp groups. Have contacts of your class reps in order to communicate any information that might be passed by the lecturer from time to time. Also, lecture links to attend classes rather will be posted in multiple in the WhatsApp groups of the classes, so that you can be able to access the online class if maybe that day you have issues in accessing the e-learning platform. Okay, so in regards to discounted bundles, we are following up with Safaricom for those numbers which have yet to be activated. We are in constant communication with them to see how best we can activate it, since the initial group was activated before the deadline passed, but they agreed to extend the deadline. So we are following up to ensure that all those that applied even after the deadline, we are able to ensure that they have that facility activated on those lines that they registered with. Okay, so for those who initially registered and were activated, you can access those discounted bundles at *544*60# and you should be able to have the discounted bundles to be able to attend classes. Okay, I think with that, then I think I've answered most of the questions, if not all. So there's someone asking how to access units. Units, it depends with what you mean by that questions. Units can be accessed. First, you need to know your units. Okay, the units can be obtained from the class or university timetable. Okay, then after that, you need to register for the units on the portal, student portal, after you've paid fees, full fee, that is. Then you need also to access those units via searching them on the e-learning platform in order to enroll into them and accessing the notes. Okay, all these information can be obtained via playback of this recording on the YouTube live. You can also access them via the student information guides on the university website. Okay, which can be accessed on the main website under first year 2020/2021 information, which will open the various the page that contains the various guides associated with the various platforms associated with your study time for this semester. Okay, I think with that we can call the small training done. Okay, someone is asking about the intra school transfer. If you fill the forms, then the communication will come in due time from the Registrar Academics, Research and Extension. Okay. If you are successful, then you'll be advised to attend classes in the new program that you has been approved. If it was unsuccessful, then you need to continue attending lectures on the course or program that you are called for. So that is why the advice is proceed with classes on the program that you are called for, that is in your admission letter, until the approval for the intra school transfer has been communicated to you. Okay, so I think that has I've handled that one. So so on unit registration, unit registration process happens on the student portal. Let me just log in, sorry for that. So on the student portal, once you log in, first thing, for you to be able to register for units, you need to report. For you first years, I assume when you go to reporting, you'll find semester 1, 2020, 2021 already reported. Okay, then after reporting, then you'll come to units. Okay, the menu item units. Then the reporting status will be reported. Okay, unit registration will not be closed. Mine is closed because I've not reported for this semester. That is why. And you should be able to see the units associated with your registration at this point. Okay. You can also see, for those who have already registered, can also see the unit registration history, whether it is approved or pending. If it is pending, then the COD should approve. If it is approved, then you cannot change. If it is pending, you can be able to modify 1 or 2 units in case you selected wrongly. Then you can also view the curriculum associated with your program at this point. If for first year, first semester, you should be able to see whatever units are there. If the units are wrong or they do not tally with the timetable,
the only person in this
then you
conference.
need to communicate such information with the chairman of department. Okay, so I think that is that. For School of Education, that is people undertaking education arts, education science. Notice that there was a form that was sent to your student email in regards to subject combination. That will facilitate your curriculum being set for you to be able to register for units. So kindly, if you've not filled that form, fill it so that the COD can be able to enable the curriculum associated with your subject combination. And as such, then you'll be able to see your curriculum and register for your units. This also includes the BSc group, Bachelor of Science group, who also want to select their specializations for them to be activated in the system and them to be able to see the curriculum and consequently register for their units. Okay, so I think with that we can call the training done. And as previously advised during orientation, it is not advisable to share your numbers on the public chat or on the live chat rather, as anyone can be able to access your mobile number and might solicit information that is not relevant to the institution, or might decide to con you in one way or another. So if you're posting your mobile number, kindly know that it is accessible to the general public and anyone can call you and be able to solicit information that you might not want. Okay, so kindly exercise caution as you're sending your numbers online on the live stream. So I think with that, if there are no further questions, then we can call it a day in regards to the training and allow you to go and attend the classes. In case of any query or inquiries, kindly contact either the ODEL, Directorate of Open and Distance Learning, via the email ODEL student support at embuni.ac.ke that is running at the bottom of the screen, or the ICT, which is support.ict@embuni.ac.ke. So with that, we can call it a day, and thank you for your attendance. Okay, I'm seeing someone saying that I've not answered them. Millicent Joki, what was your question, kindly? I think, okay, I'm not seeing the question. Okay, I've tried to answer all questions as much as possible. If you see there's a question that was not answered, then kindly email those two emails, the ODEL email or the ICT email, and I'll get back to you in regards to your question, kindly. Okay, so I think with that, then we can call it a training, and we can close at that point. Okay, so let me invite the director Odell to complete the session.
Thank you very much, Rashika, for taking the students through that training. I will say that it is going to really make a difference. As I told you at the beginning, we didn't know where you are, but now we have found you. So when I saw the product of you, I knew we have gotten a hold of you. So you are now ready to attend the classes. Join us the classes, they are very, very interesting. So you have been shown how to work with the e-learning platform, how to assess a unit. You have been shown how to assess the course materials and been given the links to the Moodle and also the link to the Kenneth Web conferencing. You have also been shown how to submit an assignment. You have been shown how to sit a cat, a quiz, or an exam. And you have also been shown how to access the chats and the discussion forums. These are very, very important. The discussion forums is where a question is put by the lecturer, and then now you discuss in a group, and then all those points are taken and they are made into a report, and all the other students now get to see what the discussion was around about. everyone else begins. You have also been shown how to reset a password and also how to access online resources in the library. And I'm really happy that you have asked so many questions. And those questions have been answered. Really, I don't know how much I can give. I can thank Mr. Shiga for taking me through those questions. I can see them on the chat. And these questions were in relation to the emails, the fee issues. You have even been given the contact of the finance department where you can be able to write an email. You have also been shown the questions on login issues. Those ones have been tackled successfully. And at some point, I was very happy because some students asked about their CODs and the links. You wanted to know how you can see their faces, and you were directed to the website. When you go there to the website, you can now see your DIN, you can see your COD, and you are free to interact with them, and they'll be very happy to welcome you and even to meet you online. And I'm also happy that the unit issues were also tackled by the Tashinga, and also the mobile numbers were told which ones to use so that you can be assisted. And at this particular point, let me say that I would like to give my own mobile to you so that you can ask any question, anything. If you are stranded again, because I don't believe you'll be stranded again, because I found you and I don't want to release you, please write down this number 0758 131 736. 0758 131 736. This is the director's line. Please call this line any time of the day, any time of the night, and we shall be there to assist you. We don't want anyone to be out there and wondering what is happening and lost out there. We want you to be able to come in the classes, and if need be, if I don't catch you, I'll call you. If I don't get you in class, I will call you personally. So I hope now there won't be any other issues, but please keep in touch with us. You can also send an email to ondel-studentsupport@yambuni.ac.ke. ondel-studentsupport@yambuni.ac.ke. Please send an email there. Thank you very much. I would also like to thank Mr. Paul Gideji. He has been with us throughout. Paul Gideji often and his voice, but he has been in the background and ensuring that everything is working on properly, because this is your streaming live. So thank you so much. And so with that, then let us come to the end of this training. Until now, I meet you through my phone or through that email, because I'll be waiting for any questions that you might be having and you need to get answered. Thank you so much. Until I see you again, bye.